I tell you what, Bobby, there's an absolutely beautiful atmosphere building up here at the moment. I'm just looking at the cop over my left shoulder, and you know, they possibly haven't done this for a few years. The scarves raised, the "You'll Never Walk Alone," and it evokes memories of the great Anfield years under Bill Shankly and Bob Paisley. I think we're in for a very special night tonight.
And Kenny Dalglish, to follow on, you know, Bill Shankly and
I think he's reached the stature of Bill Shankly now, you know.
Yes, it wasn't easy. He must have punted, I think, once or twice. But he's actually emulated him really in many respects. Possible double today. League champions last year, the double before that. Where does it end? And it only ends, you know, when the flow of great players don't come to Liverpool.
A ventriloquist, Bob, with a couple of monkeys on either hand. They are marvellous scenes, aren't they? Just on a serious note as well, the Anfield pitch is absolutely immaculate. Now, Arsenal's pitch isn't, and they've dropped 5 points from their last 2 home games. I just wonder whether they might go out there on that carpet there this evening and put on an exhibition, you know, relieved to be away from Highbury and that quagmire.
Yes, in addition to dropping those 5 points just recently, they had a spell, you know, in midwinter when they picked up 6 points from 6 games. And there was a time when they lost the surface at Arsenal. It wasn't conducive to good football, and many of the players complained about it.
Well, Bobby, thanks very much. It's 100 years since English football produced an occasion such as this. The teams occupying first and second place in the Championship, head to head, the last match of the season for the League Championship. The Anfield roar, welcoming and intimidating, as we join our commentary team of David Pleat and Brian Moore.
Thank you, Elton. Good evening, everybody. Arsenal on the pitch with bouquets of flowers, which I think in the first place they suggested they might pass on to the Liverpool players, but it was suggested by the club that it might be a much better gesture to take them to the crowd, which is what they're doing. And indeed, just before the start, the Arsenal chairman, Peter Hill-Wood, presented a cheque for £25,000 from Arsenal to the Hillsborough Fund, to the Liverpool chairman, John Smith. So another fine gesture there. Let's have a look at the two teams. Liverpool with Bruce Grobbelaar in goal. Number 2, Gary Ablett, who'll play centre-back. Number 3, Steve Staunton, who returns after injury to the side at left-back. Number 4 is Steve Nicol. He'll be at right-back. Number 5, Ronnie Whelan, the captain, with subtlety in midfield. And number 6, Alan Hansen, recovered from a leg injury, another centre-back. 7 is Ray Houghton. 8, John Aldridge, who scored in each of his last 6 games. 9 is Ian Rush. It means that Peter Beardsley is again a substitute. 10 is John Barnes. And 11, the man with the fierce competitive streak in midfield, Steve McMahon. Arsenal, meanwhile, with John Lukic in goal. Lee Dixon at right-back wearing number 2. At number 3, Nigel Winterburn. 4 is Michael Thomas, so strong in the midfield. And 5, David O'Leary. 16 seasons at Arsenal David's had, and never so close to a championship medal as this. 6, the young captain Tony Adams. 7, David Rocastle, scorer of a stunning goal here in the Littlewoods Cup, the man Liverpool will really fear. Number 8, Kevin Richardson, contesting that midfield. 9 is the top scorer with 24 goals, Alan Smith. 10 is Steve Bold. Now, a bit of a surprise on a night when you imagine that Arsenal must really attack, that a third centre-back, Steve, has been included. Number 11, Paul Merson. And the substitutes for Liverpool, Barry Venison and Peter Beardsley. For Arsenal, Perry Groves and Martin Hayes. Our referee tonight is David Hutchinson of Marcham in Oxfordshire. So an immense task facing Arsenal. They've not won at Anfield since the season 74-75. Played 13 in that time. Liverpool have won 10. Ian Rush back wearing the number 9 shirt. And the manager who's in line, if they win tonight, to become the first manager ever to win the league and cup double twice. Liverpool's Kenny Dalglish, looking very relaxed there. And the big surprise in the Dalglish family today, Kenny didn't know who the mascot was going to be, and it turns out to be his young son, Paul Dalglish. With the Liverpool skipper, Ronnie Whelan, there. Both teams wearing black armbands tonight in memory of Stuart McIntyre, an Arsenal director who died today. And also, of course, football remembering Don Revie, who died today as well. David Pleat, how do you think this one might go? With the extra centre-back, which is a bit of a surprise from Arsenal's point of view?
Well, I think we've got the classic encounter today, the ultimate game. And I think what George Graham, who's in a most difficult position, he's got to be tight for at least half an hour. And at the same time, he needs a goal lead before half-time. A very tricky one. He's going to push Dixon and Winterburn right in. And I would have thought they see Barnes as the main weapon. And that's why that Dixon's really going to push on down this right-hand side.
So a night of chilling simplicity about it, really. Arsenal must win by 2 goals to take the title. Anything less, and it stays on Merseyside with Liverpool. And Arsenal, in their change strip of yellow, get the game underway, attacking the goal to our right. Just think, 10 months of struggle in all conditions since last August. And it's all on the last 90 minutes now. And the first time that our huge TV audience will actually see a title decided in the Football League. I just hope you're going to be comfortable there on the very edge of your seats for the next hour and a half or so. Free kick for Liverpool to be taken by Gary Ablett. As we've said, the task facing Arsenal, they've not won here since 74-75. They've lost on their last 7 visits. But the case for Arsenal is that they've got the best goal-scoring record in the First Division with 71 goals, and they are averaging 2 goals a game away from home, which is exactly what's required tonight. A night that'll test the nerves of everyone here. And it'll be fierce, it'll be competitive, and it could be very, very skillful. A free kick given Liverpool's way. A clash between Bold and McMahon. Aldridge going forward. Ablett on the ball. Hansen, who came off at half-time against West Ham on Tuesday with a leg injury. It means a lot for Liverpool that he's recovered. Young Gary Ablett doesn't often venture forward like this. Barnes, Liverpool looking very positive. Another free kick. Again apparently given against Bold for Liverpool. No matter than 7 or 8 yards outside the Arsenal penalty area, fairly central, and one would imagine the sort of situation that John Barnes might try to exploit. Lukic will need to line that wall perfectly. Staunton's behind it as well. Whelan as well, who's got a good record. I remember a marvellous goal he scored at Coventry from this sort of situation. But I think Barnes might well be the favourite, though Staunton's coming up, and in fact drives it straight through the wall, and Lukic was the one to gather. David?
With the insurance of O'Leary playing centrally, Bold and Adams will be able to get awfully tight to both Rush and Aldridge, and that resulted in that free kick there.
Rocastle, it came off Nicol, and Arsenal get a corner. Kevin Richardson will take it. O'Leary's gone to the near post. Arsenal's so good at these little flick-ons from the near post if the ball is served inaccurately, and that's what Richardson needs to do now. Bold is in there as well. There's the little flick-on by Steve Bold. Hansen struggling to get it away. Michael Thomas high over the Liverpool crossbar into that crowded Kop. Earlier this season, Arsenal, if they are looking for encouragement, came here, and Liverpool will admit it, that they outplayed them for most of a Littlewoods Cup tie, but had to be content with a 1-1 draw. Chris Drommela. Dixon. Goblet versus Smith. Smith won that in the air. Whelan. Nicol giving away the corner a moment ago, and a misplaced clearance there by Whelan. Is there a little bit of edginess in this early Liverpool play? O'Leary to Smith. Merson waiting to pounce. Nicol got the header in, and Whelan eventually got it back to Grobbelaar. That's a free kick.
As we thought, Brian, Winterburn and Dixon have pushed right in, and Houghton on the right-hand side, I'm sure, is going to be tracked by Winterburn right deep into his own territory.
But three centre-backs, O'Leary playing just behind them at the moment. There's one of them bowled with the header. Barnes, Richardson, Smith. Oh, another whistle. Awful lot of whistle, David, in the first few minutes of this game. Referee David Hutchinson, no doubt seeking to impose his authority on the game, but at the moment it's not been given much of a chance. A free kick for Arsenal. David O'Leary with it. Towards Bold, who's right in there. Got his header in. Grobbelaar might have a lot of work to do in the air tonight. Aldridge finding Barnes. Rush, in fact, had just strayed offside. He was so alert, and he flicked back quickly into an onside position. 11 goals. They're beginning to come back for Ian Rush. Liverpool seeking their championship for the 18th time. Won a free kick here, quickly taken by Houghton. Now Staunton. Crossing there again towards Rush. Hooked away by Richardson to Alan Smith. Thomas. Rocastle. Looked at the referee, claiming an obstruction caused by Staunton, but referee Hutchinson says no. Here's Hansen. Nicol, who's played just about everywhere along the back four and through the midfield this season for Liverpool, is Nicol, and has played in every game for them. Good jump by Adams. About 24 Arsenal coaches held up very badly on the motorways. As they look round behind Lukic's goal now, the fans are still starting to dribble in, having had obviously a pretty horrendous journey up from London. But a good decision by the police and referee and the clubs combined to delay the kickoff for 10 minutes. Nicol. Positive charge there by Adams, but it falls for Whelan. Foul on Smith. Arsenal get a free kick.
I think Liverpool will have to be very wary about giving too many free kicks away. Arsenal have got some very big chaps in the side. They'll go up, Bold will go up for every free kick. He's already flicked on a corner, and it would be dangerous to give away too many, particularly early in the game.
Well, Bold is up there again. It's Merson on the far side that they're aiming for, but it was Bold's header here for Rocastle, tangling with Whelan. Michael Thomas getting to the byline. This could be danger for Liverpool here. And it's flicked just wide. The header by Bold eluded Grobbelaar, and Arsenal within a whisker of getting the goal they so desperately wanted early in this game. The big defender did so well there, and Liverpool's defence, not least Bruce Grobbelaar, was struggling. It was a corner then for Arsenal. Bold again at that near post, looking for the flick in, and Arsenal may feel that this is where their best chance may come, but that was a corner driven in and Liverpool grateful that Aldridge got his head to it.
It was a superb ball in by Michael Thomas there, chipped over Grobbelaar, a perfect ball for Bold.
Thomas now flicking another one in, and getting his head to that one as well. Richardson with a back header. Liverpool under a bit of pressure here. Nicol getting it away. O'Leary returning it. Here's Barnes. Brought down by Thomas, and a free kick to Liverpool. Aldridge arguing with the referee a little too strongly. Liverpool get the free kick. Hansen floated towards Aldridge, got his header in. Dixon acrobatically getting that one away with his right boot. Richardson. Smith's touch will be picked up here by Whelan. And now Ablett to Staunton. Came off the Liverpool player. It'll be an Arsenal throw. 10 minutes gone, still no score in this crucial championship game, remembering that Arsenal need to win by a 2-goal margin to take the championship. Adams. O'Leary. Thomas. Bold towards Smith.
Arsenal have started with no shortage of confidence. They seem the more relaxed side.
Well, George Graham was saying yesterday that nobody expects Arsenal to win, and so they can go and play relaxed football. I don't think anybody quite believed him, because there is still so much at stake. But Arsenal have started well. Alan Smith on the far side, miscued. And again, Liverpool grateful to get it away. Nicol finding Houghton. Now McMahon surging through from the midfield again. Rush has made a great run to the left. Thomas was getting back there. It comes through to McMahon again, and Lukic is down before Houghton can get in. Winterburn. Well, it came through to Michael Thomas. Picked up by Ablett, the flag waving on the far side, and offside against Merson. The game goes on. Liverpool firmly in control of the ball, so there was no point in the referee stopping. Well, that was a mistake by Richardson. Conceded the free kick. That's where Rush does so much work in chasing back and hustling people, and Richardson underestimated him just for a moment there. And Arsenal was struggling to get back into possession and conceded the free kick. McMahon allowing Staunton, the young Irishman, to take it. Whelan's up on the far side with Aldridge and Rush, and Houghton's in there too. Nichols made a run. Aldridge underneath this one. Merson got it away. Smith's header. Houghton. Barnes. At the beginning of March, Liverpool were languishing 19 points behind Arsenal in 8th position. They've had an astonishing run, unbeaten in their last 24. Offside against Lee Dixon, the fullback getting forward. And Arsenal, of course, their real problems came when they took only 1 point from the last 2 games at home against Derby County and against Wimbledon. Mistake by Thomas. Whelan finds Barnes. Winterburn. Rush getting there. Houghton trying to play it in, but hits Bold with it. Winterburn looking to see what the options are. Smith galloping away. Ablett with him.
A super covering by Ablett. He'll be more than satisfied. He's had a super season. Both him and Staunton were loaned out to Bradford City and Hull City respectively earlier on, and it's done wonders for the confidence as they've come into this machine like Liverpool side and just taken to it like ducks to water. Terrific.
Hanson, the long ball forward towards John Aldrich. Bold held off him for a moment. That could have been dangerous, and Lukic is demanding an explanation. Extraordinary bit of play there by Steve Bold. And Lukic for a moment felt that he was grossly exposed there by the big defender. There we go, David.
Well, I think there'll always be a problem with
a little shove. There was a little shove on Bold by Aldridge.
Yeah. That's correct. And there's always going to be a problem. If the full-backs are pushing well forward, they'll always be susceptible to that diagonal ball beyond the centre-backs, because the full-backs can't get back to cover as well as in a normal formation.
Ablett. Last time Liverpool beaten here by 2 goals was in February 1986 when their old rivals Everton managed it. And a free kick to Liverpool. And on that occasion back in 1986, Arsenal's Kevin Richardson was in the Everton side that day. So he knows what it is to win here by 2 goals. Is it an experience that he will repeat tonight? In the meantime, it's a free kick. Hanson takes it. Adams, big and strong, right at the back, the last line for Arsenal. Ablett. Hanson. Trying to reach Rush. Bold getting it away, not very far. Houghton driving it in long after the whistle had gone.
One can't help feeling that Bold and Adams are going to give a lot of free kicks away tonight. Their job is to really be tight on Rush and on Aldridge. O'Leary will just sit behind them in that space, and as a result, a lot of balls played up to feet. There's going to be physical confrontations.
Smith, Merson in there. Thomas jumping and beating McMahon in the air for it. There was a foul by McMahon when the 2 men were in the air. A free kick to Arsenal. Well, Winterburn has got quite a dig on him. Rocastle might try something a little on the tricky side. Thomas is standing just off them. Richardson standing over the ball. So with about 17 minutes gone, can Arsenal find a breakthrough here that's so vital for them? Still 0-0 if you've just joined us. Match starting 10 minutes late. Thomas, driven at McMahon, who seems to be everywhere in the midfield for Liverpool once again tonight. Winterburn getting in behind the defence this time. And his cross caught well by Grobbelaar. Adams. Foul there, Rocastle's boot too high on Staunton. In a genuine attempt for the ball, a free kick to Liverpool. 6 times the champions in the 1980s. 1980, 82, 83, 84, 86 and 88. It's almost a case for the Monopolies Commission there. But Arsenal have started brightly with a lot of confidence as Winterburn plays it forward again towards Merson. Up goes Richardson with Houghton, or rather with Whelan. And now here's Houghton. Dixon. Picking out Bold. Again, Dixon's pushed right forward, as David was saying. Both the full-backs are pushing in. Merson looking for Smith. Again, the whistle has gone. The feet of Smith too high. A free kick once again to Liverpool. Hansen. Houghton. Nicol. With our blitz. Bold looking to get the ball back to Lukic. Do you detect anything in Liverpool's style of play that's different at the moment, David?
I think they'll be quite happy at the moment, Liverpool. They've seen Arsenal's intention. They know how Arsenal intend playing. They're not going to change that until late in the game. And Liverpool are just beginning to stroke the ball around and work the ball from the back. And they'll be happy. They've felt their way a little bit, but they're now beginning to roll the ball around in their style that is so suited to them.
Lukic's long clearance. Merson apparently made a back for Nicol. A free kick to Liverpool. Game of stops and starts at the moment.
The game of stops and starts, and of course with Dixon being so tight on Barnes, it's going to be difficult at times for Liverpool to get the ball to him, and they want to get him to draw people by dribbling past defenders.
Here's Ablett again for Liverpool. 20 minutes of the game gone, still 0-0. Barnes. Aldridge tightly marked by David O'Leary. Staunton getting in, a flick on that time by Aldridge, but Rush won't be able to reach that, and Adams gets it back quite comfortably to John Lukic. Young captain, 22 years old, was a mere 4-year-old lad when Arsenal last won the championship back in 1971. Arsenal looking to close that 18-year gap tonight. Aldridge, though, for Barnes. Richardson's head up. O'Leary. Aldridge to Rush. Oh, he almost got that in for Ray Houghton. But Nichols with a bit of space here now on the far side for Liverpool. And made very little use of it, unlike him. Winterburn back.
Looks like being a midfield confrontation, Brian. Everyone is being tightly marked in there. There's not going to be a lot of wing play. It's going to be a very tight game in the middle. And it's up to McMahon and Whelan to manage to get balls off the Liverpool back four and make Liverpool play.
Thomas. To Dixon. Thomas again. There's his cross once more, but Grobbelaar behind it. Smith couldn't get to it. And the throw releases Steve Nicol. In for Houghton, just busying that stride a little bit. That could be a Liverpool corner. No, it's a throw. Well, the Arsenal end looks pretty full now, so it could well be that all the coaches and trains have now arrived, and Arsenal have their full support. The throw taken, Rush galloping after it. Here's McMahon, sidestepping Thomas's challenge. Houghton. Little flick with the outside of the boot, Rush is after it, got there first before O'Leary and Adams. Played back for Houghton. And Barnes couldn't get to it because Dixon was forced to put it behind for the corner. That looked like a piece of genuine Liverpool attack, which brought them their first corner of the game. Whelan leaving it for McMahon, but Rocastle was in quickly for Arsenal. Now Winterburn. Richardson. Rocastle. But here's Barnes. Maybe a bit of space now to work a bit of magic. Rush. A flick on for Aldridge. And back again for Rush. Oh, driven with fantastic power there by Rush. But straight into the body of John Lukic. Real venom in that strike from Rush. A lovely little return ball played there by Aldridge. Hit with such power. Nicol. When he came back from Italy, Rush wasn't at all well, and then he had a hip injury. But you sense that over the last few weeks he's getting back to the Rush that we knew so well before he went off to Juventus.
Just prior to that goal shot there of Rush, he made a superb run across the box to force the first corner when he played the ball back. The little deft run.
Here's Houghton. Houghton again. Took that nicely from Nicol. Tried to get Aldridge in. But Arsenal were alert in defence and now release Merson on the far side. Smith up alongside him. Rocastle's in there too. Thomas has made a great run also, but Staunton got it away for Liverpool. And now McMahon, and things beginning to open up a bit now. Houghton, still 0-0. On a night when Arsenal need a victory by 2 goals. Richardson. Smith. Just wondering actually whether, looking at Rush just a moment ago, he was shouting at the bench whether he in fact jarred a leg with that tremendous shot of his just a moment ago. But Peter Beardsley is now warming up for Liverpool. And now Richardson for Arsenal. Ablett away. Winterburn. Again towards Smith. Well, it's tough if you lose a man of the calibre of Ian Rush this early in such a crucial game, a £3 million man, but when you can replace him with one that cost 1.9 million and a fully fledged England international as well, Peter Beardsley, that's not bad going. But Rush still there at the moment as Hansen comes forward. It's Liverpool's throw. As Beardsley, you can see there continuing his warm-up. Barnes.
Just reflecting about Rush, the other number 9 is also vitally important to Arsenal. They're trying to hit him with so many balls from defence, and his head work and his ability to shield the ball is going to be so vital if Arsenal are going to be able to support and get efforts at Grobbelaar's goal.
Barnes to Staunton. Hansen. Whelan. To Nicol. Ablett. Trying another route, finding McMahon. It's rather difficult to find. Rush. Here's McMahon again. Nichols made a good break on the far side. Aldridge waiting in the middle. Rush has gone to join him. Barnes is in there as well as McMahon plays it in. Clattered away there by David O'Leary.
Liverpool are now finding that style that's been the hallmark of the play, pass to the nearest red shirt over the years. This play that Shankly began, and it's been fostered so brilliantly over the years. They're now beginning to play the ball neat and tidy, early and simple.
But losing it there as Houghton is beaten by Winterburn. In goes McMahon. Oh, and McMahon surprised to get it back again. But must have been a foul on McMahon after that ball had been played. It's a free kick to Liverpool. Coming towards the half-hour mark, still Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. Houghton taking the free kick, flicked on by Aldridge, and a goal kick.
You can't help feeling, watching Liverpool, that their free kicks, their corners, almost instinctive. Players of the same mind, good players, but thinking intelligently. Arsenal, when they take corners, free kicks, you know it's been well worked. Each man has a particular move to make to try and get that perfect position to score from. And I do believe in that aspect. They happen to have missed Marwood considerably since his absence with injury. He's an excellent dead ball kicker.
Rocastle. Now Winterburn. Richardson, Merson, nice little flick with the outside of the boot. Winterburn there, Richardson again. Two highly competitive characters, Winterburn and Richardson. Adams forced to readjust and being forced back by the running of Rush. Rocastle played on again there by Bold to Smith, and now Dixon, the ball out of play. We've had just half an hour of the game now. And if you've just joined us, it's 0-0, and just to remind you that the match started 10 minutes late because of the hold-up on the motorway that kept so many Arsenal fans, or at least made them late arriving here. Indeed, they're still coming in dribs and drabs. It's Gary Ablett. McMahon. O'Leary to Bold. Richardson to O'Leary. The long ball forward again. Thank you, says Ablett. But he couldn't keep it in play, and so it's an Arsenal throw. Liverpool have been beaten twice at home this season, which should be some consolation for Arsenal, looking for this win by Newcastle United and by Norwich City. Rocastle crossing it in. Ablett getting it away, but only as far as Dixon. There was a shove on him by Barnes and a free kick for Arsenal. In the sort of position that will encourage the big men to come forward from the back and might just now put some pressure on this Liverpool defence. Winterburn, the man who will take the free kick. Adams, Bold, Smith, O'Leary, all 6-footers now, will be looking to get on the end of it. And in fact, it was flicked away there by Alan Smith. Liverpool about to make a substitution. Ian Rush sadly coming off. And Peter Beardsley is on. Well, 12 goals this season so far from Beardsley. And when he came on late in the game against West Ham, it was on Tuesday night after West Ham had played so well for an hour. It was Beardsley who really turned the screw and provided the goals, or the means of getting the goals, in the last quarter of an hour.
My hunch is, Brian, that Beardsley might be more effective against the two centre-backs and the sweeper that Arsenal are employing at the moment. He might come into deeper positions and lead them into territory they don't want to get into.
Long clearance again by Lukic. There's Smith. And now Barnes looked for a moment as though he might be getting into trouble. Staunton got it away. Bold. A mistake there by O'Leary, pounced on by Beardsley. Arsenal get a throw.
I think they've watered the pitch, you know, Brian. There's a couple of slippy patches, and I think the players having a little bit of problems in adjusting at times.
Shot of the two Liverpool substitutes there. Barry Venison with, well, no, Ian Rush, of course, now off the field. Peter Beardsley on it. Rocastle playing it in. Nicol getting it back with such confidence. And we understand that Ian Rush has a groin strain. And that will be bad news for Terry Yorath and for Wales, because Wales, of course, play West Germany in the World Cup at Cardiff next week. Beardsley up. Aldridge. Here's Hansen. Adams gets it back. Merson. To Richardson. And again it's Richardson. Smith allowing Winterburn to get it onto the left boot. And was it onto the... Oh, he tried to get it onto the right, but then flicked away with the left for all that. Winterburn again. Richardson. Merson. In goes Ablett. Good jump by Adams, and another one by Nicol. Suddenly Rocastle away on the far side. Gone past one, he's gone past two. Merson now finding Richardson, and his shot wide of the Liverpool goal.
With Dixon pushing so far down the right-hand side, Rocastle's been enabled to go and run through the middle of the field a little bit more and go and support Smith. And that's a little bit of a problem for Staunton at this moment. Now
Barnes, a slip by Lee Dixon, and one by Michael Thomas. No foul there on Houghton as Winterburn went charging into him. Not quite the flashpoints and not quite the atmosphere, and indeed not quite the excitement I think that we quite thought in the opening 36 minutes, David.
I think it's difficult because both sides, for the same ultimate reason but for different reasons in terms of getting the first goal, are very tense.
Well, here's Barnes. That was a trip on Bowles by Beardsley. Richardson flicked through to Smith, and Richardson comes away hobbling after that challenge from Peter Beardsley, and suddenly Liverpool are free with Houghton and with Whelan running through the middle. The pass though held up. McMahon played behind him. Staunton. No foul. Thomas gets it away. Ablett. Nicol. Now Hansen. McMahon. Barnes. Maybe, as you say, with the players so tense, I think that's transmitted itself to the crowd as well. Not quite as boisterous as you might expect. Barnes, the touch for Aldridge. Beardsley trying to get in. Dixon. Bold gets it back. Nicol being chased by Merson. Not a play, was it? Handball. The crowd on the far side were shouting. Linesman kept his flag down though, and Arsenal have possession, with Winterburn trying to plant it through for Smith. Instead it's McMahon for Ablett. Liverpool seeking to open up the way on this side of the field now. Staunton finds McMahon. Staunton inside for Barnes. Houghton's made a little run for him. Here's Whelan. Tipped away by Lukic.
I'd like to see that again, Brian. I couldn't help thinking that Lukic made a bit of a meal of that one. It was a good shot, straight forward. Maybe he was on the stretch.
It's a corner for Liverpool. Richardson being told to watch Beardsley by his skipper Tony Adams, but Beardsley finds it and then gets it back to Barnes. This could be a problem for Arsenal. Barnes seeking to get to that byline. It could still be a problem because Liverpool get a corner. There's 6 minutes to go to half-time. Barnes will take it. Rush, or rather Aldridge, the look-alike for Ian Rush, waiting there in the penalty area. A deep one, and flicked away well. Beardsley tried to turn it back. It was flicked away well there by Kevin Richardson for Arsenal.
You talk about the crowd not being so boisterous as normal, Brian. It's difficult for them too. They know a draw is good enough, and it's the strange result required tonight. They don't have to win it. But they want to win, of course, and they want to win so well to show everyone that the standards that they have here are the standards that we all must set ourselves.
Arsenal's throw. Dixon with it. Back again to Lukic. Rocastle. Blitz gets it away to Aldridge. Here's Adams. O'Leary threading it through to Dixon, and out for Rocastle, getting past Staunton, played in towards Smith, but again the red door closes tight. Ablett brings it away, and here's Barnes. Challenge from behind by Adams. Hansen. And Dixon away. Keep playing these long balls towards Alan Smith, but there seems to be no profit in them at the moment, David.
It's very difficult for him. Ablett's shadowing him all over the field, and Ablett's playing very well at the moment, and he's very bright, he's using the ball well. And Liverpool really, they have command at the back. Even though Arsenal are pumping one or two balls forwards to Smith, they haven't created a clear-cut chance apart from the early couple of crosses that were flicked on, and Alan Smith's slight deflected header that went past the post.
Ablett. It's an Arsenal throw. And a Liverpool free kick. So the championship will be decided on the night. Arsenal, remember, wanting those 2 goals. Even an Arsenal victory by 1 goal, a Liverpool draw, a Liverpool victory means that that championship stays here on Merseyside. There's Beardsley. You can just imagine the tension if Arsenal do manage to snatch a goal. In the meantime, it's Liverpool. A lovely little back heel by Beardsley. Now McMahon to Whelan. Nicol. And again Nicol. And again Whelan. Adams going across there. And cuts out the danger for Arsenal, but whacks it straight into the touch off balance, and it'll be a throw to Liverpool.
He has his critics, Adams, but he's had a fine first half, and that's probably his first mistake.
And the Liverpool crowd pounced on it. The response comes from the Arsenal fans, who say there's only one Tony Adams. Whelan, Beardsley. In goes O'Leary quickly that time. Hansen now. Everybody now except Ablett and Grobbelaar pressed into the Arsenal half of the field. Here's McMahon, who's strayed back into the Liverpool half, trying to get Staunton away. A lovely ball for Staunton, well taken by him, crossed in and cleared by Bold. Barnes, who's had a fairly muted game so far. Whelan. Hansen.
McMahon is starting to have an influence. I haven't had the good fortune to see Liverpool too much recently, but I know that he's upped the gear in recent weeks, and everyone's looking very closely at him at the moment. But he's beginning to get the mood of this game, and he's beginning to have a real influence now, and I feel that Liverpool are just beginning to up the gear.
But the mood of the game is still very much intact. There's still everything to play for. Remembering Arsenal need to win by 2, but we come to an interval where it's Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0. We'll take a break, and after that, the views of Bobby Robson.